What's up, baby? Hey man, it's your boy Anime Azriel in the building. I know if you guys are asking about the side channel video, it's going to be out tonight around 10 or maybe 9:30 p.m. I'm gonna be making a community post because right now the way YouTube works is you can't really find my channel unless there's a video already on it. So if I tell you guys a name, you probably won't be able to find it anyway. But the video is gonna be playing a scary game and reacting to some scary videos, Corey Kenshin style, baby. So, hey, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into the video. We're discussing the downfall of Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles. And if we're gonna do this, I think we should jump into a time machine. This was around June or July, and I'm sort of uploading these videos of Demon Slayer, Hinokami Chronicles, and I was seeing like a super large subscriber jump, you know, every time I posted a video. And I think the reason before that, it wasn't because I had like some like crazy YouTube talent or anything like that. It was more of the fact that people were really curious about this Demon Slayer game, and the fact that they weren't giving us any sort of information at all. Like I think you guys got to remember, Demon Slayer was the biggest IP on the planet at that time. Like the Red Goku movie had completely set records in every single country the movie was in. And people were like fascinated with Demon Slayer and they wanted to know information about this game, and they weren't giving anybody anything. Like we really didn't even get to see what the full roster of this game looked like until like 2 months before the game released. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. If we could fast forward again to about a month before the game came out, we finally got a trailer talking about the demons, because it was such a big question on, hey, are the demons coming, blah 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 blah, are they gonna be playable? And yeah, I was telling you guys, like, yeah, from the information I was getting, the demons are gonna be playable. They're going to be free DLC. Now, a large theory behind that was, hey, they're gonna be downloadable, all of them on the first day. And yeah, that was not the case whatsoever. We didn't know that until a week before the game, when everyone's pre-order was already set in. And then on top of that, we still never got the dates of when the DLC demons would be coming. We just knew that they would be free. So when people first got this game, the game had a pretty large community. When I make a statement like that, I try to back it up with facts and statistics. Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles sold 1 million copies in its first week. If I could use another anime game as a reference, My Hero's One Justice 2 sold 500 copies in 1 year. So it sold half of what Demon Slayer did in an entire year. Like, that is just so crazy to me when you really think about that. I had so many like different ideas for videos I wanted to do just flowing within my head, and it kind of hit me 2 or 3 days in that this game was extremely boring and everyone was feeling this sentiment. Now, I'm sort of blessed because I was able to land my hands on a next-gen console, and one of the biggest complaints of this game was that during that week, it just was unplayable for PlayStation 4 users and somewhat unplayable for Xbox users, especially if those PlayStation 4 users decided to ever jump online. And you know what the funny thing is after all of this time, it's still the same exact way. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. And if I look at Google Trends statistics, this is basically how much Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles was searched on YouTube and just on the internet in general. And after the first week, it literally falls off an entire cliff, which to me means that everyone just was done with this game. Like, everything the game had to offer, you were already done with it in a week. For the largest player base, which on the PlayStation 4, it was pretty much just unplayable for you, so online was out of the question. The story mode was boring, and it didn't have those emotional scenes like the anime did. Like when Tanjiro beats Rui for the first time, when he beats Sabito, when the Rengoku arc happens. Those are very emotional driven moments, but when I was playing the story mode, I just did not feel that at all. And that's a hard thing about anime games, is because these games usually try to recap the story in them, but the big problem is you can't tell a story better than an anime. I mean, a video game can't tell a story better than the actual anime, bruh. It's always bound to fail, so I wish they would have went with an original story. They chose not to do so, which is fine. Again, this game was used as a tool to promote the anime. That's the only reason why this game was put out. Why do you think that? Well, let's look at the pipeline for this game, right? We're getting out free DLC. In no way would Aniplex ever give out free DLC. This DLC, the reason why it's free is because it was supposed to be on the disc in the first place. We're also getting cut content game modes and things like that in March or April, which is super far down the line, but that was supposed to be already on the game. There's so much things that are missing, so much bug fixing, so much characters that should have been on the game day one. But instead of delaying this game and really setting a date for when it should come out, guess when they set the date? Right when the Mugen Train arc was going to be recapped in the anime. It was used as a tool to promote the anime instead of treating it as a game, a piece of art, which video games are. And that's why the game failed. And unfortunately, lesson learned, when it comes to anime games, you will always be disappointed unless you set your expectations low, my friends. So, thanks for joining me. This was a nice little Christmas story on how Demon Slayer: The Hinokami Chronicles failed.